You are love. Da 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 da.
Perfect. Oh, sure.
Oh, music's really loud.
That's why I said you better check.
I'll drop it down a little bit here. Britt, Andy, Nico, good morning. We better drop it down a little more. Maybe down to like 45. Richie Rich, Lindsay. Britt, Andy, Nico, good morning. Oh.
I was going to say, you know what
too much.
Your hearing on there is probably going to then come through your mic back in.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear it.
I know. Yeah. I'm just checking this.
You know what your hearing on there.
Just trying to get a little background audio going so it's not just us. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You guys can see I've got my Run Disney ears on because this weekend is the Wine and Dine Half Marathon here in Walt Disney World. I'll be running the 10K and the half, and if anybody out there's going to be here, feel free to say hello. So
Yeah.
I guess we should officially kick this podcast off. Welcome back, everybody, to the Weekly Breakdown Podcast. My name is Josh.
And my name is Taylor.
And I don't remember how the rest of this goes. But
This podcast is brought to you every week by Gold Gal Getaways.
This podcast each and every week is brought to you by Gold Gal Getaways, a full-service travel planning agency. Whether you have big kids, small kids, or no kids at all, we can help you plan your next destination vacation. You can head on over to goldgalgetaways.com to start planning your next vacation. And, we'll be there to help you guys with it. This is also brought to you by, I'm waiting for this really long GG ad to end, which I created the other night. This podcast is also brought to you by JTR Media. Here for your full service
Photo and video needs.
I've not had my full cup of coffee yet this morning.
Obviously.
All of your photo and video needs. We just did a really, really nice wedding this past week. I think we can say that.
Yeah.
We just had a really, really nice wedding here at the Italy Pavilion in Epcot. You guys probably saw Nate's video. Everybody was asking if it was Jackie from Super Enthused. It was
not Jackie.
Different Jackie. But Nate was there, and we got to chat with Nate a little bit because we were working, and he was just a guest, and he was just having fun and relaxing. Mm-hmm. So, awesome. So welcome back, everybody, to the podcast. Hopefully you guys can hear us. Hopefully there's not a lot of echo. If there is, let us know, because I can turn our mics down a little bit. I will turn Taylor's. Taylor tends to, she gets a little...
Oh my gosh, we were talking about this
last night. She's a little enthusiastic over
there. Yeah, that's what we said. We said I get enthusiastic. So.
Monica, I was going to contact y'all about a cruise. Definitely do it. Taylor and I are looking to...
I'll throw a link in the description, or in the... It's always in the description, but I'll throw it in the chat, too.
Did you grab the link to share to...
I already did that.
Cool. Reach out to us. Taylor and I are thinking about taking a cruise on the Disney. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We've done it before, but we're talking about a new one.
We're talking about doing a newer ship. Obviously, we already have the Wish booked, but this is something we're talking about doing maybe in the next month and a half. So if you are a Patreon member of ours, you will know that we did a little poll to kind of discuss. I mean, we're not discussing; it's just a poll at the moment, but to kind of figure out what we're going to do as far as that goes. So, because with travel agent rates, we can get some pretty good rates. So, why not? Pamela Goldgal, morning rippies. Such a formal greeting. Monica, I will tell you this. We have not done cruising yet, so I can't fully speak to this.
Yes, we have not
But
cruised
Pam,
in a while.
our co-owner for the travel agency, just did a cruise on the Dream. Last, I guess it would be September now? Or no, it was October. September? I don't know. She'll correct me.
It wasn't too long ago. It was
She'll
very
correct me in the
recent.
comments.
They seem to have a really good time.
They had a fantastic time. The ship was like basically dead. You do have to wear a mask inside. You do have to have vaccination status, I believe. But this is probably one of the best times to go on a ship, just because there's like nobody there, right? Not a lot of people are cruising yet. So, but yeah, it's a great time. So Taylor and I are looking to go. We want to get a first-hand experience about it. You guys know we were supposed to do Barbados. I think you might know. We discussed it a lot on the Go Getaways travel podcast.
Yes.
And we canceled really because Barbados was changing things up. Royal Caribbean wasn't giving us any answers. Matt was going to have some travel restrictions, and first time we said, we'll wait. We'll do it again at a later time. So
it would have been fun. It was just a lot of like other things that we were like trying to figure out with it, and it just was too complicated for everybody that was going to be going with us, because we did have a group of us that were all going, so we're all a little sad. But yeah. So technically our next cruise that is booked is our group cruise to Alaska.
Yes, still spots available. The ship is still open. Matt will shame me because we still haven't chosen any actual shore excursions yet. But we've got that. And then what's that? That's on Ovation of the Seas.
Ovation of the Seas, yes.
Yes, super pumped about that.
And I'll have to find that on.
And we talk about this too a lot. You might not know this out there as the viewer if you're not very immersed within the industry or within travel in general, but some cruise ships are actually not designed to be in cold water, right? The Wonder, the Disney Wonder, which is the other, when we were talking about doing this Alaska trip, we were like, man, we really want to do either Alaska, or we really want to do Disney or Royal Caribbean. And Disney was just so expensive. And it's on the Wonder, which is a much smaller ship, especially smaller than the Ovation. And it's not designed for cold water. A Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas ship is designed for cold water, so it does have some areas outside that are encased basically in glass. So you still get really beautiful views, but you get the really nice warm temperatures of being encased in there.
Mm-hmm. The pool is inside.
You're not out like
basketball courts inside.
You're not like in the pool like shivering as the crosswinds come across the ship.
My question is, does anybody that goes on a cruise to Alaska that's not on one of the like enclosed ships actually go swimming?
Oh, I'm sure people do.
Because I feel like there's
Think
no
about this
way.
way. Think about this way. Your sister, your sister, right, is like, how old is Jossie now? She's like 7? 6? Okay. It could be 32 degrees outside. She's like, oh, I'm going to go swimming. I mean, she regrets it immediately, but I mean, she still wants to go. So I mean, like, I'm sure that there are people who definitely do that. So Pam, yes, the cruise is July 15th, 2022.
My hair is looking rough.
Setting sail from Seattle, Washington. We're probably going to do quite a few days beforehand there. So it's a great opportunity. Hang out with us, meet some new people, make some great friends. Our first group cruise that we did, so much fun. We are still in touch with almost every single one of those people that were on that ship.
Yeah.
Not on the ship. That were in
our group
on our group cruise.
Yes.
So it's a lot of fun,
yeah.
and
don't go book the cruise yourself and be like, oh, I'm going with you. Like, book through our Go Getaways, because then you will have our itinerary. You'll be part of our activities.
Right.
If you go book it yourself, you're not going to be able to do any of the stuff that we do together.
Exactly.
So. Yes, but I'm very excited.
Sweet.
Sorry, Josh was sipping his.
Yeah, we kind of took a moment there at the same time to not speak, but yeah. Super excited. Let me know also in the comments if the music in the background is too loud, if I'm too loud, if Taylor's too loud. Again, so I just also, speaking to like technical issues, because I hate PC computers, even though my entire
He
workflow...
had to have it. He had to have the PC.
My entire workflow now is off of a PC, just because it's better for editing, and it's cheaper in the long run, right? But Windows 11 officially got released to the public for automated updates, and I was having a bunch of issues with my computer that wouldn't allow me to update. So I finally got it to update, and then of course, once you update your software, right, Windows 11, or you go to whatever Mac does, nowadays it's some crazy
iOS
name.
something, I don't know.
But once you update, right, then you have all these applications that are set for the new update too. So then everything else updates. So now like Streamlabs has updated again, and now it's like even more technical. And so if something's off, let me know.
Well, you figure that out. Pam also made a good point for our Alaskan cruise or any other group cruises that we end up doing in the future. We also get room blocks on the ship, so your price is like locked in. If you go book it yourself now, you may end up paying double what we actually have for the price, because we blocked the rooms literally when the cruise was released. So we've got like the lowest price.
Well, I think what Pam might be talking about is that we also have room blocks. So if you're not looking to go to Alaska, you're kind of trying to stay away from the cold, especially during the summer months. But I mean, Alaska's like the last frontier. Like it's one of the most gorgeous places you could go to. We also have some room blocks for kind of like the winter kind of break months. So we've got one in January, and then we've also got one, I believe, in April, and those are both on Royal Caribbean's Harmony of the Seas.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
I would have to ask
Pam. Pam will correct us in the comments. But
they're not group cruises.
No, they're just room blocks.
Room blocks so that you have a locked-in price.
Exactly.
So that way, if you looked at the price now, it's going to be way more than what the price we have.
Going to Royal Caribbean's, oh my gosh, I cannot think. They're a private island.
Oh, Coco Cay.
Coco Cay, yeah.
No, Coco Cay.
Coco Cay.
Theirs is Coco Cay. Disney's is Castaway Key,
yeah.
but it's both spelled C-A-Y.
So, yeah.
Yeah, February and April, Pam said that we do have cruise blocks,
right,
with like locked-in prices. So.
And it's a great time to like just get away from the cold. Come down here.
So if you're looking, Symphony of the Seas, actually.
Symphony.
So that's,
thank you. Okay.
I think that's like a couple feet bigger than the Harmony.
Slightly, yeah, slightly. So
the Harmony's already huge. So.
Cool. Well, let's get into talking about this week. What we really want to talk about, as you guys may have seen, that we just did. Disney invited us out, which I always like to say that I'm thoroughly surprised when Disney invites us to anything. Taylor's just going to play the video in the background there with the audio. But if you didn't see our video, we got invited along with a bunch of other people. It wasn't just us. I always like to state that too, that we're not special, so don't treat us that way. But basically, we went to Magic Kingdom to see the holiday decorations, and it's always just an overwhelming feeling of joy that I always get, because it's just, for me, this time of the year has so much nostalgia. This time of the year is the first time that I went to Disney World with Taylor's family way back in 2009. And even though Magic Kingdom wasn't the first park I went into, the first park I went into was Animal Kingdom. And believe it or not, I feel like Animal Kingdom did not have a lot of holiday decor, but maybe they did. I mean, they definitely had the tree, right?
Animal Kingdom used to not really do anything at all for holiday decor.
And I don't know that they really had that much back in 2009.
No, I don't really think they did.
They definitely had the parade, because I always loved talking about Jim falling asleep while we were sitting there watching the parade.
Well, that wasn't even like a Christmas parade. They literally had just put Christmas decorations on their regular parade.
And I think with all that being said, though, it just gives you this nice warm feeling. And even though it's very warm here in Florida, right? So you don't have that same kind of chilly atmosphere of Christmas or the holidays, whatever you celebrate. It still brings a little bit of that for us, especially from being up north down here to Florida. And I always love it. And it's great. So. Yeah.
And it was nice and chilly when we went to Magic Kingdom the other morning, so that was even helped. Better.
Yes.
But yeah, so I don't know. I kind of was not paying attention, but did you talk about what decorations are up at Magic Kingdom already?
I didn't talk about any of that. I was just talking about
your nostalgia and Animal Kingdom.
First trip was
that's what I thought, but I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, so at Magic Kingdom, this video that I have playing in the background on my computer screen is actually just from the other day at Magic Kingdom. Oh, geez.
Wow, looked like I was having
fits. Really excited there.
I was having fits. Oh, my gosh. That's why I don't rewatch my videos.
Something that's really exciting that they have not done in the past is that the tree is already up. The tree was up on November 1st. There is actually, Disney has posted videos in the past of time lapses and actual videos of the transformation that they do literally overnight. Somebody was commenting, I made a TikTok that actually kind of blew up more than I ever expected. Oh, nice ad there. I made a TikTok and people were like showing the Christmas decorations, and people were like, why are they putting up the decorations so early? Like, why? They never used to do this before. And I'm like, okay, well, I've been coming to Disney for a long time, and ever since I can remember, the decorations have been up this early. We used to come on Thanksgiving every single year, and somebody commented and said, well, they don't ever put the decorations up till after Thanksgiving. Well, I don't know how long it's been since you've been there, but I used to come on literally on Thanksgiving Day every year, and the Christmas decorations were up in the parks and at the resorts. And that's been since I can remember. Yeah. So the decorations have been going up early for a long time.
They have been.
But it makes sense because they have the Christmas party. And this year we're having very merriest after hours, which we'll talk about briefly here in a little bit. But it makes sense. They also, they always filmed the Christmas Day parade earlier in the year, which I just...
Wait, you mean they don't film it on the day?
So
what?
There had been multiple instances where we had been... Like, I came with my family one year, and we were at Walt Disney World on Christmas Day. We'd only ever done that one trip, but Josh and I have been to Disney multiple times on Christmas Day just because we live here now. And people think that the Christmas Day parade that is on ABC or whatever from Walt Disney World and Disneyland is actually filmed and live on Christmas Day. That is not the case. So don't get your hopes up that you're going to see the Christmas Day parade being filmed.
I always feel so bad for those people because it's like it's something they've been looking forward to probably as part of their vacation, and they get there and they find out that like, oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like those singers are not going to be there. Like whoever's famous that's hosting it is not going to be there. Like that's already been done. Yeah. So, I remember we were leaving Wilderness Lodge the one time. It was on Christmas Day. I was with my family. We were going to Magic Kingdom. We were waiting for the bus, and this family was like, oh, we got to get to Magic Kingdom because they're filming for the Christmas Day parade. We're going to have to go get our seats on Main Street like now and just sit there all day. And my mom and I are looking at each other like, are we actually hearing this conversation right now? So it's crazy that people just don't really know. But yes, if you want to watch the Christmas Day parade, you'll have to just kind of like stay tuned to like news sites and stuff because they will say like what days they're filming and stuff. And you can actually be in the park when they're filming that stuff. But you literally have to hang out like all day long.
But that's a good point though too. Is that it's not done in just one day.
No,
normally
it's
they
done
do
multiple
it
days.
like over the span of a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're filming stuff before the park even opens, especially like singers, and then they just have cast members that come in dressed up.
Sometimes those are even at night too.
Some of those are even at night. Yeah. And a lot of times when you see when you watch it live on TV, not that we're trying to spoil magic, but when you see like it looks like, oh my gosh, there's all these guests there. Most of the time those are cast members that they just invite in the park, and those cast members are allowed to bring a friend, plus one, whatever. To kind of make it look a little bit more crowded. But I will say, if you are going to be there during the day when they are filming something, right, and you want to be part of like the show, make sure that you bring the necessary attire, right?
Yes.
They want you to look
the part.
festive and fun and like,
wear Christmas ears or a Santa hat.
Yeah.
Sometimes like if you're going, especially if you're like a cast member, like we've had some cast member friends tell us like Disney told them exactly what they wanted them to be wearing to go to the filmings that were like before park hours and after park hours. If Matt is messaging you,
no, Josh just messaged me.
I was gonna say you're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, I just got a message from our client who we just did a wedding video for. We delivered it to him yesterday. So I said they loved it.
Okay,
it was absolutely wonderful.
I just saw a comment here that says I've been going to Disney every year since 1980, and the Christmas decorations have been up before Thanksgiving every year. So that's really funny because somebody was trying to tell me that they used to not put the decorations up until after Thanksgiving. So maybe
people always say stuff like
I'm
that.
assuming they just don't know what they're talking about, and maybe they just haven't actually been to Disney.
Yeah.
Then, so, yeah.
Somebody asked, James asked, good morning, guys. Favorite holiday treat in the parks / resorts? That's a really tough one. Do we
holiday?
Yeah, like holiday treats.
We normally don't do the holiday treats around the resorts. We've only like maybe had them in the parks.
Right, yeah.
Literally the only thing we had last year that was a holiday treat was that cupcake from Starbucks. that everybody raved about, and it actually was
Oh my
really
gosh,
good.
but it was so good.
Yeah.
Because it had the filling in it.
Yeah.
The jelly filling or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my god.
it wasn't jelly. It was
No,
like...
was it? Yes, it was.
No, it was almost like...
No, yes, it was.
It was not jelly.
Or maybe I was thinking of the. Maybe I'm thinking of the one over at Universal.
Maybe.
Remember, I had one over there too.
I don't know.
I don't know, but
I
it
just got a
was.
message
I remember.
from Matt that said, "Stop blaming the innocent."
But I remember that cupcake was so good. We knew. Excuse me. We should make an effort to really try more treats this year for the holiday season.
Well, I actually already put in our calendar that we are gonna go to. So every year we do a monorail resort crawl, and not bar crawl. I'm not talking bar crawl. Josh and I, our very first video on YouTube was we went around.
Why don't you throw that video up there so I can just cringe
and
over
it's
here?
actually very long too.
So I can just cringe while I see it in the
find
background.
it. Huh?
Just search. I mean, you can just go and just search it.
WDW couple monorail bar crawl, monorail resorts.
Should pop up.
Bar crawl, bar crawl, bar crawl.
I'm sorry. You have an alcoholic attendance change.
Holiday.
So yeah, I mean, this was something that like if you
I can't find it.
if you just joined us, you're new to the channel, you're new to us, you haven't watched a lot of our videos, maybe you're playing catch up. The very first video that we ever posted on our YouTube,
Here it
not
is.
the very
I
first
found
video,
it.
but the very first video that we posted as like the WDW couple on our YouTube channel was this holiday kind of.
Yeah.
Crawl.
The first line, this is our very first vlog.
I mean, how
It's
else
one
would
of
you?
my favorite videos.
How else would you start it?
It was our first video, but it was really exciting because we were actually planning on going to Magic Kingdom that day.
Yeah.
So like we did this almost on accident. So I thought the park opened earlier than it did.
Tug a little closer to your.
Oh.
Or at least pull it closer to
Sorry.
your face.
Uh,
You get really.
do you want me to talk like Josh
I want
does,
you
like
to be
this,
right in your face.
so that you can't see my face the whole video?
Do I look like somebody from the Squid Games? If I leave this like this?
What?
The Squid
oh my
Games.
gosh, no.
Red light.
Okay. Anyway.
Green light.
We were supposed to be going to Magic Kingdom on this day. Sorry, I know we're like going off tangents. I
We are
still
a little
never
bit.
said like what all the decorations are at Magic Kingdom. I will come back to that, I promise. Oh my god, look how scary you look. You're like not even
Oh
smiling.
my gosh.
like,
Listen, we're going to get off on a lot of tangents
Oh
here.
god. We made this video because I thought Magic Kingdom opened earlier than it did
Oh,
that
that's
day.
right. I forgot about
And
that.
then like we got there and like I don't even think they were letting anybody through security yet, and we were like, what do we do? So I was like, well, maybe we can go over to the resort. So we just walked to the Polynesian and we started there. So we did the Polynesian, Grand Floridian, Contemporary, and Wilderness Lodge.
Mm-hmm.
And we just checked out all the Christmas decorations. We filmed this like in the beginning of December or something of 2016.
The old Sony Handycam AX33.
Yep. Very first video. We were going to go to Magic Kingdom and make a vlog, but we did this instead. Like, we were not even in Christmas attire. Like, I was
Yeah.
wearing, like, castle leggings and one of my old cheerleading sweatshirts from my competition days. So, yeah. Well, I wasn't dressing as festive as I do now.
Well, and I think, Disney Squid Games, I like that.
Disney Squid Games,
Brandy and
funny
Dave.
there's like a 50th anniversary
There is.
sweatsuit,
Yes.
and people are calling it the Disney Squid
Yes.
Games sweatsuit.
Yes. They are. When you think about coming down here for the holidays, it's expensive. It's a more busier time of the year.
Yeah.
Hotel prices go up. The park tickets are going to be a little bit more expensive. Disney
Yeah.
Genie Plus is going to be a little bit more expensive day to day.
The,
So if you're
the
looking,
individual lightning lanes will be
yeah.
more.
So I mean, if you're looking for a way to like save some money, maybe take a day where you don't go into the parks.
Yeah.
This is, and I know we say this every year, but like this is one of the best things that you could do.
Yes.
Take up half your morning, or maybe go into the parks early in the morning and
do this in the evening
come
or
back.
whatever.
Yeah, go back to your resort, hang out for a little bit, and then do this in the evening.
This is something that we always did on vacation with my family. Was we would do we did what we called a shopping day, and we would literally go to like all of the resorts and check out Christmas decorations. We would shop in the shops because they have special merchandise to each resort in the gift shops. So we would always go to the gift shops and check them out. And then we would, typically we'd end up going to Disney Springs because it was like not our non-park day. So we'd either have dinner at a resort or dinner at Disney Springs. I remember frequently we always had lunch at Grand Floridian Cafe when we did our shopping day. Like, I just remember we always did that. I have a picture of me with my mom and my two of my grandmas. I know I have it on my phone because I literally just looked at it the other day. It's in my old photos album. We were at the Polynesian. I gotta find it.
And the other thing too is that like it's not just these monorail resorts. If you are totally new to the whole scene here at Disney World, there is.
Can you see it? Will it focus, or is it focus
Here.
on me?
Hold your camera.
Okay.
There we go. Look at that. It's a little overexposed. There we go.
Our little shopping days when I was a wee little tyke. Actually, I was like a small child then. Yep, that was at the Polynesian when they still had the big fountain in the middle.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
Almost forget about it now because it's been a while.
But, it's not just the monorail resorts, right? You can head on over to Beach Club and Yacht Club.
Basically, here's all your resorts that... All the Disney resorts have Christmas decorations in their lobbies. We have gone to all of them and checked them out before because they all have a Christmas tree. They all have a different theme that's kind of themed to the resort. But the ones that we like to go to typically every year.
My goodness, what a terrible
Grand
video.
Floridian has the big gingerbread house, which is coming back this year. They're already building it as we speak. So Grand Floridian, the Polynesian. Polynesian doesn't really have a lot. They have a big Christmas tree, and it's just kind of because it's like convenient on the monorail loop that it's easy to do it with everything else. Contemporary normally has a gingerbread display, and then they have their gigantic, one of the biggest trees on property is at the Contemporary outside. Yep. And then take a boat and go over to Wilderness Lodge. Wilderness Lodge, the last couple of years, they've had a gingerbread display, which I'm pretty sure they're doing again this year. And then they have a really big tree in the middle of the lobby. And Wilderness Lodge just really gives you that like Christmassy feel because it's a like log cabin. So it's really nice. I love it over there with the big fireplaces and everything. Then, like Josh said, you can head over to Yacht and Beach Club. Yacht Club has a really cool Christmas Village display. And then Beach Club always does a gingerbread carousel, which is like iconic. They do the horses different every year on the carousel. They're like themed to characters. And then they always have hidden Mickeys on the carousel, which is really cool. They have like a little sign that says like how many there are, and then you got to count them. They're little golden Mickeys. Where else? Boardwalk does a gingerbread display as well.
There is actually like the boardwalk, right? Isn't that what that is?
Yeah, it's like the bakery and stuff. I think those are the only ones that do gingerbread displays that I can remember. But like I remember in the past that we've gone over to Old Key West, we've gone to Saratoga Springs, Caribbean Beach has stuff.
I mean, pretty much everywhere has.
Yeah,
everywhere has some type of decorations to go with. But your main deluxe resorts that are connected to the parks are the ones that have the most on display for you to really enjoy and just kind of check out and take a little bit more time.
Well, and something that I told Josh, like I put this in our calendar to go do it. We're gonna go do just like a regular monorail video where we check out all the Christmas decorations because that's something that we have done every year because that was our first video. But we're gonna take a day. I think it's actually a couple days after that. We're gonna go to. Oh my goodness! Excuse me.
You all right over there?
Yeah, my Red Bull.
Jeez.
We're gonna go around to the resorts and do snacks, like do holiday treats. I put it in our calendar. We're gonna go. I gotta make sure I'm not working that day now. But we're gonna. I think it's a Sunday, so we should be good. We're gonna go do holiday treats at the resorts because almost every single Disney resort is having holiday treats this year. They've already released the menus, so just check out Disney Parks blog. Whatever resort, if you're coming this time of year, whatever resort you're staying at or whatever resort you're near, just remember you can always take Disney transportation to get to any of the Disney World resorts. You do not have to be staying at that resort to go visit. Like we're not even staying on property and we are able to go visit. Like we either go to a park or if we're eating somewhere, we'll park there and then we just go hop around from there. Yep. But yeah, take some transportation, go check out the resorts, check out the snacks. Like I said, almost every resort is having treats this year for the holidays. You can do a little Skyliner loop. You can do the monorail loop, go around the boardwalk, all of those. But I want to jump back to Magic Kingdom real quick before we keep going into this. Magic Kingdom, like I said, they already have the tree up. The tree they normally don't put up for like...
Not till closer to like Thanksgiving, I feel like.
Yeah, at least a couple of weeks. So we were really surprised that they had it up on the 1st already.
Do they always have the wires running across there? Did you see that today?
Yes.
They do always? There. Okay. I guess I just don't notice it.
I edit those out of the photos that I've posted in the
past.
past.
Maybe that's why
So that's probably why. Because they look ugly.
Well, I just feel like we don't normally... We spent so much time up, like... They emphasized us being up on top of the train station.
Yeah, we did
for
get
like
to do
15
that.
minutes for content creation. And it was just kind of like... It was a little... My opinion, it was a little too long to be up there. And I just felt like I just kept staring at the tree, and I was just like, those wires are so...
Well, I think maybe it was too long for you because we were some of the first people up on the train station because we got in the park first.
Right, yeah.
So maybe that's why it was too long for you.
But I just
enjoyed the view.
I just kept staring at the tree, and then I would just like keep looking at those wires, and I'm like, I don't remember those being there. And they're like so obvious now. But yeah, so it doesn't normally go up. It's up now.
Yes, the tree is up. There's decorations on Main Street USA. There are decorations inside of the stores on Main Street USA. They have not put any of the poinsettias out yet.
Right.
So if
I
you've been to
that.
Magic Kingdom during the holiday time or you've seen pictures and videos, they normally have holiday decorations or poinsettias, like normally mostly red, sometimes white too, in all of like the flower bed areas and like
around the tree.
Yes, around the tree. And then up in the hub area near the castle, and then actually on the Main Street Railroad Station as you come through like the turnstile area at Magic Kingdom, that has not been transformed over to Christmas yet either. So I'm interested to see if they actually even do anything with that, only because they have it decorated for like the 50th stuff. Yeah. So I feel like the Christmas and the 50th stuff almost kind of clashes a little bit. So I did notice, noticed the decorations on Main Street are actually a little bit different this year. They've kind of made them almost like gold in color because we're at the 50th anniversary instead of being more like reds like they normally are. So I think that kind of helps blend the Christmas decor up towards the castle, which is the rose gold color.
Right. And you just asked a good question, which is, are they allowing people that are not guests or have reservations at the resorts now? So this, I don't know where this came from and where people got this information from. This has never been a thing where they were not allowing people into the resorts.
Now, if you are trying to park at a resort and you do not have a dining reservation, they won't let you do that.
Yeah, hold on, let me get there. So if you are not a guest at that resort at all, right? Let's say if you go to Magic Kingdom and you want to go to the Contemporary, you can walk from the Magic Kingdom right into the Contemporary.
Or you can take them.
They're not going to stop you because you don't have a reservation either for a restaurant or because you're not staying there. So you can walk into any of the resorts, whether you have a reservation or not, for dining or to actually stay there. So there are no restrictions. I don't know where that came from. Now, I think maybe where people get confused is that they do not allow you to park at the resorts unless really kind of two things. One, you have an actual sit-down dining reservation. You cannot try to do mobile orders. They will not allow you to do that. And the app now really doesn't allow you to even make a mobile order unless you're within a certain distance. So you have to have a reservation to park if you are not a guest staying there. Now, the other option is if you know somebody who is staying there.
Like you have family or
friend or something like that. But depending on what resort you go to, what hotel you're at, because they all operate differently, and it is very frustrating, especially for us sometimes. But the best thing I could tell you is that make sure that whoever you're going to visit lets them know at the front desk, that then lets them know at security that you're coming to visit.
Yes.
Because otherwise, some of the places, and it really depends on the security guard, they're going to say, no way, Jose, you can't come in here. Even if you know the person, you have to be on the list. They have to let us know. And sometimes they don't even care. They're just like,
we were literally shooting a wedding.
Yes.
At Riviera.
They would not let us
And they would not let us through. We're like, look at all of our camera gear. Like, we're literally here for a wedding. And they were like, Yeah, no, we don't have you on the list.
And we gave them the room number, the bride, all that stuff. And so we sat there and waited. They called up to the room.
Oh, yeah, we created a long line at Riviera because he's like, well, we got to call. So he called, and he's like, well, you're going to have to go around. And we're like, no, we're going in for this wedding, so you're going to have to call. So he
just
called,
keep that
and
in
he
mind.
ended up letting us go through because he got a hold of the right person.
So just keep that in mind. But I don't know where that came from, where like you can't go into any of the resorts unless you're a guest or have a reservation. That's only to park. So only to park.
Yeah.
But so anything else that we need to add from Magic Kingdom as far as like decorations and stuff go?
I don't think so. Oh, I know somebody's going to ask this. Merchandise is not available at Magic Kingdom or
crazy.
Disney Springs yet.
Yeah. Crazy.
There is a little bit of stuff, I guess, over at Epcot. I'm not sure exactly what. We were literally just there last night.
We were there last night. We should have walked through. I didn't even think about that.
Oh my gosh, I know. That literally just crossed my mind as it was coming out of my mouth. So apparently there's a few Christmas merchandise available at Epcot, not at Magic Kingdom. Apparently it's going to be closer to like the 12th or the 14th or something.
Yeah.
Which that's when it seems like most of the Christmas like merchandise and snacks will be available.
When does
at the park.
Food and Wine end?
Food and Wine doesn't end for a while. Epcot Decorations are not coming up until Food and Wine.
Till Food and Wine ends.
Food and Wine Festival of the Holidays starts on Black Friday, which is
that's
November
right.
26th,
right after
the day after Thanksgiving. So that's when I'm assuming Christmas decorations will start going up at Epcot.
Every year.
I'm pretty sure.
Every year now. Epcot they just keep sticking it to me. That was my tradition.
What?
That was my Thanksgiving tradition. Taylor would work, and I would go to Epcot and have my $5 Thanksgiving meal all by myself.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, this will be the second year now that they've done that.
What? That you can't go on Thanksgiving?
Actually, I think it might be the third. They might have started in 2019.
What?
Or they started it the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
So.
You have to go to Liberty Tree or something. Who knows? Maybe I won't.
Yeah. So Angie, great question too. So, again, now usually the All-Stars, like the Valley Resorts, are a little bit different, but Pop Century now and Art of Animation, because they have the Skyliner, they will not allow anybody to be dropped off there unless you know somebody that's staying there. And again,
somebody
they have to
just
know.
said, I couldn't get into Pop when I was there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
they would not let an Uber driver drop us off, and we had to leave. That is because it is on the Skyliner route. It doesn't matter if you're an Uber or if you're driving yourself or whatever. You have to be staying at Pop Century or Art of Animation or know somebody that has a reservation that's staying there to be able to even get dropped off. Your best bet, honestly, is to like get dropped off at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
And then take the Skyliner over to Pop Century.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind. But so we just started briefly talking about Epcot. So let's talk about Epcot a little bit because we've got Festival of the Holidays that are coming, and I thought it was really funny. Somebody commented on our video from Monday, I think, or maybe it was a picture that Taylor did, and had said about something about the holidays and Festival of the Holidays. They haven't done that yet, and I said, well, or they didn't know about the Cookie Stroll, and I said, if you haven't seen the Cookie Stroll, you should go back and watch the first Cookie Stroll. And I said, you have to watch till the end because I take that awesome completer cookie
Joshua
and just throw it right into the trash. But I do always look forward to Festival of the Holidays. It's super fun. And it's great to get a little bit of additional culture, I think, for everybody, right? So if you don't know, Festival of the Holidays is an encompasses more than just another food booth, food and wine, flower and garden festival type of deal. You can walk through the countries, and each country tends to have their own kind of
holiday type traditions.
Yeah, like traditions, and they're not even necessarily like, Christmassy holidays. But it's really cool just to kind of be able to go through, and you get to listen to these storytellers kind of tell the story of the country and what they do, how they celebrate it. And see how just things are just so much different.
Yeah, a few of the countries do celebrate Christmas, like most of us do here in the U.S. And like over in the U.K., they have their like version of Santa Claus, and then in France, they have their version of Santa Claus. They do like their little storytelling. But then if you go to countries like Japan, where they don't celebrate Christmas like we celebrate Christmas, their big holiday is like New Year's. So same thing with China. China's big thing is the Chinese New Year. So they kind of do little storytelling and ceremonies to tell you about their holiday that they like to celebrate. So
yeah.
It's very interesting though.
It is.
Learning about it. It definitely makes you feel a little bit more cultured, especially if you didn't even know about those things. Then you're like, oh wow, like you come to this realization that not everybody celebrates Christmas. Like,
well, that's what I mean. Like it's great for, I think, culturally, even though it may not be like, I mean, let's be honest, we're in Disney World and it's in Epcot, but like it does give you basic absolutely
about it.
And on top of that too, like the storytellers are very good in the fact that they tell the stories, I think, well enough that it's great for kids and kids really enjoy it.
Yes.
And at the same time for adults, like I said, you learn something new that you may not have known before. So that's really cool. And it allows you to kind of take your time going through the countries. I know a lot of people, especially families with younger kids, kind of tend to they don't run, but quickly go through the countries because there's not a lot there necessarily for the kids to enjoy. That's why we have Ratatouille now in France. That's why you've got Frozen now.
This is not related to Christmas at all, but if you have kids that you want to try and keep entertained while you go through the countries, I feel like a lot of people still to this day, like I feel like it's been so many years, we've never actually done it ourselves, which I think we should do it, is go to the kid cot stops.
Sure.
I think that's a great thing. Both of my sisters have loved that. I mean, Skylar's like almost 17 now, so she doesn't do it now, but Jossie's 6, and she, like, her and Skylar both, whenever they were like little, would remember like, oh hey, I'm going back here to the back because they have the kid cot, and they would literally do it every single year. So like, don't forget about those things when you have your kids. Yes, maybe it's a little annoying that you have to stand there for a couple minutes, but it keeps them wanting to go through the countries so that you can continue to go look through the stores and to get food and eat and whatever else. So
Melinda, great question. Just joined. Are you going to the holiday after hours event? We will be going to one. I'm not exactly sure which one we're going to just yet.
We haven't booked it yet.
We haven't booked one yet.
They're not sold out like Blue Bash.
And I guess we jumped away from Magic Kingdom. We're talking about Epcot right now,
we'll
jump back to that and
Very
talk about
Merriest.
it. But even going back to Festival of Holidays, right? So we've got the Cookie Trail now.
Yep.
Cookie Trail just got started back in I want to say 2019 was the first.
No.
2018?
Well, because there wasn't one in 2020. Well, there was one in 2020. It was like at least 2018.
When did they invite us to the media event?
That was 2019.
So then it would have been 2018. So 2018 is when they started. And I love telling this story because I think it's hilarious, which is the fact that we posted that Cookie Stroll video back in 2018, right? Where I was very how should I say this? I was very critical of simple cookies, right? Very critical of simple cookies. And because they were not very good cookies. I mean, like they were super dry or just not very tasteful. So we got invited to the media event in 2019, and the manager...
No, he was the director of food and beverage.
The director. Oh, he's even higher up than a manager. The director of food and beverage at Epcot. When we got there, we were sitting down at the table, and this guy was off to the corner. We've never met him before. It's just like, not staring us down, but it sounds better for the story if I say that he's like staring us down. Makes it more dramatic. But he was checking us,
glancing our way.
So eventually, he finally like makes his way over to us. And he's like, hey, I just want to say, that, I watched your guys' video last year from the Cookie Stroll. He introduced who he was, obviously. And he's like, as soon as I saw that, I immediately started making changes. And he said that, like, some of the cookies that they got weren't the ones that they were supposed to be, blah, blah, blah. And so they made some changes for 2019. And some of the changes were better. So the Cookie Stroll is great for kids. And I'll leave it at that, in the fact that,
and it's also good for people that aren't super critical of cookies and just want to enjoy a cookie while they walk around World Showcase.
Listen, I mean, what was it like last year? I think it was like $2.50 a cookie or something like that. You spent like...
It really was. It's not expensive.
You spent like $12 or $13. You get this completer cookie. And I just thought that like the thing that they really talked up about in 2019 was that like the new completer cookie has this like super expensive piece of like white chocolate Santa hat on it. And I was like, I don't care about white chocolate because I hate white chocolate. Who likes white chocolate? I'm sure many of you out there like white chocolate. But you know,
he's still being so critical. It's just a cookie.
I am, and because I have a bombshell that I won't announce in the podcast. I'm going to say it when we do the actual video for the cookie stroll, which I think is just it just blows my mind, and it's such a difference for how they do their cookie stroll that could make it so much better. But the cookie stroll and Festival of the Holidays is a great way now, especially with Ratatouille, and we're going to have Guardians of the Galaxy soon, which will be great. I'm thinking for most families, like smaller kids might not be able to ride it, obviously, because it is a roller coaster. But Festival of the Holidays is just a great way for you to ride Soarin', ride Test Track, go do Frozen, and explore a little bit more of Epcot. Because I know a lot of people don't really ride Living with the Land. Some people do.
Living with the Land has a holiday overlay.
Oh, that's true. They do. Some people don't really ride Mission Space. It's a little too intense. They don't want to wait for the green side. So, I mean, Soarin', Test Track, Frozen, that's what a lot of people go to Epcot for. Now we've got Ratatouille. And then you get this awesome just kind of like, you know, different variety of foods. Some of them are very specific to the holiday season, especially in those countries, which is really cool. And it's just a great way to just kind of hang out and walk around. There's a bunch of holiday decor. So it's definitely a place where, like, go to Magic Kingdom. Definitely check out Epcot if you're going to do so. And they've got merchandise, which we already mentioned. So holidays. Hollywood. Why can I not speak? Oh, my goodness. Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. Neither of which really have anything out of the ordinary that's special, except for Hollywood, the Tower of Terror. They do the overlay, the projections on that, which is always really cool, and Snope. And then Animal Kingdom, I mean, what was it? The new thing that they released was the, like, little animals, right? The, like, little puppet animals, which is really cool. And I would guess that Kite Tails is probably still going to be around for that, maybe. So, but I mean, there's a lot going on. There's so many different things that you can do.
I just booked a dining reservation because I thought of something.
Oh, cool. Nice. So let's go back to Magic Kingdom and let's talk about the Mickey's Very Merriest After Hours celebration, or whatever that gets called these days. If you guys watched our Boo Bash video that we just released this past week on Sunday, I think it was, I said that I did not think that Boo Bash was really worth it. Now, you get so much stuff for the Boo Bash After Hours price, right? You get a lot of stuff. You get the character cavalcades, you get the characters, you get the trick-or-treating, plus all the attractions, plus popcorn and beverages, ice cream, Mickey bars. My issue with it is that it is just way too many offerings for what After Hours is supposed to be. After Hours is supposed to be just like straight, getting time to ride the attractions for like 3 hours, and then get a couple of drinks, get some popcorn, get some ice cream, wham, bam, done. However, no, not however. We haven't done the holidays one yet. I feel like I'm going to probably feel the same way because I think there's even more kind of with that, right? Are we going to... I haven't looked at... Can you pull it up for us?
Can you be a little more specific?
Can you pull up the Holiday After Hours event and see what's included?
Yeah, I already have it. I'm ready to go.
So, okay, so like let's go through what's included. So, okay, After Hours events. After Hours have been being done for like the last 4 or 5 years. And all an After Hours event is, if you don't know, an After Hours event is usually about 100...
When's the expo? Run Disney Expo?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
Correct.
We're going to Hollywood Studios tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, that's going to be a long day.
Yes, it is. It is going to be...
Well, we have to talk to Donald, because Donald was going to ride with us. So, we'll have to text him afterwards.
We can probably come home.
So, okay, After Hours events. Usually in the past have been between $120 to like maybe upwards of like $150 per person. And it gives you 3 hours in the park. And there's literally nobody there. Nobody. It is such a restricted event, and it is based primarily for you to be able to do absolutely everything in that park within 3 hours.
And you literally can.
And you can.
Like, it's possible.
Seven Dwarfs is usually like a 10 or 15 minute walk. Like, that's it.
Most of them are literally your wait is walking through and weaving through
Right.
the whole entire queue.
Now, with that being said, with all of the attractions, though, still, you have to think about the ride times, right? All those ride
Splash
times
Mountain.
add up. So 3 hours is a good amount of time to be able to actually do everything, and at least do it once. Now, you might be able to go back and do a couple things twice, but that's it. When we start adding in all of these extra things, yes, they're giving you more, but it's, in a sense, taking away from what it's supposed to be. And that's why I thought it was way too much for what it was, and it should just be that. So let's talk about what is included. So we're gonna get the attractions,
Yes.
drinks, and ice cream. So now what else do we get?
So drinks is your bottled drinks. And then ice cream is Mickey ice cream bars, Mickey ice cream sandwiches. And then it also includes like the sugar-free strawberry. And I'm pretty sure it includes like the Olaf popsicle too.
Okay.
What's different about Very Merry's After Hours versus Boo Bash is that they did extend this to be 4 hours instead of 3 hours.
Okay, 1 hour.
So that helps a little bit. So apparently it says that it starts at 9 p.m. on select nights through November 8th through December 21st. So apparently it's going to run till like 1 o'clock in the morning. So that's
Okay.
going to be late nights.
Yep.
I'm going to just read you the event details to what it says. This holiday season, joined loved ones and friends at an oh-so-jolly occasion during the world's most magical celebration. That's the 50th anniversary, if you don't know. Ticket holders will be admitted to Magic Kingdom as early as 7 p.m. on valid dates of their ticket, giving them even more time to enjoy park favorites before the event even begins at 9 p.m. So technically, you still have 2 hours of park time before everybody else is kicked out, and then you have the short wait times. So you can enjoy like the regular fireworks.
Right.
Hold on one second. Let me see. Yes, including the Disney Enchantment Nighttime Spectacular. These dated tickets do not require an additional day theme park ticket or
Right.
a park pass. That is included. Like, all you have to get is your after hours ticket, and you're covered to go in at 7 p.m. or after.
Yep.
Admission to Disney's Very Merry's After Hours can be purchased online for anywhere. We need to purchase this for one of the earlier dates. $169
Oh my gosh.
to $249
Oh my gosh.
per adult or child.
It was
plus tax.
$200 for
Boo
Halloween,
Bash.
right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like $200 a person? Now it's $250.
This is including more though, and I think that's why. So you're essentially getting
But it's not worth it, guys.
you're getting Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party and After Hours wrapped into one, but it's only 4 hours versus where Very Merry Christmas Party was normally like 6 hours, I think. I think it was like you could get in at like 6
thought it was longer.
You could get into like at like 6 p.m. and it was over at like 12 or 1.
Yeah.
And the park closed at 6. Like it was
closed earlier.
closed early. So yeah, annual pass holders and DVC members get a $10 discount on select dates only in November.
Woohoo.
Tickets are non-transferable, whatever. So yes, a few event dates are already sold out.
So let's talk about exactly.
I'm going to tell you what it
Okay,
includes
yeah.
now.
Yep, let's get that.
So it says Mickey and Minnie's Very Merry Memories. So you'll get to behold a brilliant holiday performance at Cinderella Castle, inspired by beloved Magic Kingdom holiday shows in the past. So I guess they've created like a new
I hope it's a new show.
show.
Because that show for
sort
the
of.
Very Merry Christmas Party was awful.
The show includes characters like Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Pluto, Chip, and Dale.
Okay. What else we got?
They are bringing, so from Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, we are actually getting a full parade. This is going to be the first parade coming back to the parks.
Yeah.
Like actual parade, not a cavalcade. This is a parade. Mickey's Once Upon a Time Christmas Parade will be going through the park. It doesn't say if it's once or twice. Hopefully twice, but it could only be once because it's only a 4-hour party. And then you're also getting Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time Fireworks Show, which actually was a really good fireworks show during
It was pretty good.
the fireworks, whenever they had it last. And that is only available during the party. So if you come at 7 p.m. and you watch the 8 o'clock fireworks show, you can see Enchantment. And then during your...
Oh!
I need a towel.
Spill.
Hurry, run. I'll keep talking.
Oh, it's barely a spill.
Yeah, but it's on my little drawing pad. Sorry, everyone. I spilled my drink. I do that sometimes. Yeah, so you get the fireworks show, and then Club Tinsel Dance Party is going to be coming back too. So I always enjoyed doing that. And then there's going to be character sightings. So they still haven't brought back regular meet and greets yet, but it says enjoy character sightings and a musical group singing holidays.
I sprayed it a little bit.
Thank you. Oh yeah. It'll need sprayed up more than that. During Disney Very Merry's After Hours, you can see beloved Disney characters as they spread holiday cheer around Magic Kingdom Park. You may catch sighting of the Country Bears, Jiminy Cricket and Friends, and friends from the 100 Acre Wood. Ew, I don't like the smell of that stuff. The trash is so far away. So, basically, there's a lot of stuff going on. That's not all. Okay, so then you get we already talked about the bottled beverages and snacks that are included. Oh, and popcorn.
I missed. Are we doing cookies?
They did not mention cookies.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Let me see.
Cookies?
It does not say anything about cookies. But hold on. I'm not done yet. You get less attractions with low wait times. And then it says, taste your temp buds with terrifically tasty holiday-themed treats. Festive food and beverages will be available for purchase throughout the night. So that is one thing that kind of stinks about these after-hours events, is that you have the included food and beverage that's not holiday-themed. It's just the regular stuff. But then it's only 4 hours long. If you want to go try all these other treats, that's like time out of your ride time, and snack time, and parade time, and firework time, and show time, and tinsel time, and character time.
And I know
it's a lot of stuff going on.
And I know what the argument is that people oftentimes make, which is that after hours is worth it because there's less people. However, and they make the comparison because Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party or Mickey's Not So Scary is overpacked, right? And they do tend to sell those out, and they tend to be a very busy day at Magic Kingdom. So it's packed. There's a lot of people. However, there's a difference in paying for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party at like $69 a person compared to paying, even on the low end, $170 for, I know that you can get in early, but you're technically only getting 4 hours of exclusivity within Magic Kingdom. Mm-hmm. And there is just way too much going on for you to even get the value of being there.
I honestly would rather not have any sort of Christmas party.
Yeah.
And I would just rather it be a regular after hours event and just be able to enjoy the rides and enjoy the food for I think after hours used to be like $125.
It was like $129.
I would rather pay $120 some dollars to go to after hours, get the included food and drink, and ride as many attractions as I can, rather than having so much stuff crammed into 4 hours and pay almost double a Christmas party, because we used to pay like $69 or $75 to go to a Christmas party or a Halloween party, and you had so much more time. Yes, it was busier, but you had a lot more time, and we didn't really go for the attractions. We were going to experience everything else. And I was like, heck yes, I'll pay $75 because that's less than a day going to the park.
And I totally get the thought, right? Because some people also make the argument, well, if I only have one day to go, should I pay for a regular park ticket or pay for an after hours? You should pay for a regular park ticket.
At this point, yeah.
You should pay for a regular park ticket. You should not be paying, even as we get closer to Christmas, $250 to get into Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
It is crazy ridiculous. And Michael
especially if you have a family of four.
I love how Michael's like, realistically, how much popcorn and ice cream can anyone eat?
I had one popcorn, 2 ice cream, and 2 bottles of water while we were at after hours.
I mean, obviously, anybody can try to justify to themselves in any way possible to make it seem worth it. But I mean, and I hate to be this person that Disney's kind of taking a jab to try and make a bunch of money. And this is, hands down, this is an effort to restrict something that people love so much, they hold so dear, and charge them double the price to try and make some of that money back. Because, and here's the other thing, like,
by calling it an after hours and keeping it limited.
Exactly. This is just, and of course, like, we're going to go. So I'm not like trying to, I am playing devil's advocate because we are going. We are paying our own money. Like, Disney's not inviting us out. We are going on our own dime just to go and experience it. And I've said this before that, like, let's talk about regular parties, right? Mickey's Not So Scary versus Mickey's Very Merry. Mickey's Not So Scary is always a better value. But I have so much more nostalgia in Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party that I feel like I have to go. And so I'm one of those people that, like, Disney's like, oh, yeah, we're going to make money off you because you feel like you have to go. Now, of course, we're going to try to go to one of the earlier parties, so it's a little bit cheaper. But, I mean, this is just, it's just crazy. $250. And that's probably closer to Christmas time, obviously. But, I mean, even still, $169. You know, for 4 hours. Now, you could try to get in early, right? What is it, like 7 o'clock is the entrance time, Taylor? 7 o'clock's the entrance time?
7 o'clock's entrance time.
So, I mean, you could try to get in and ride a few things if you want to. But you're going to be competing with crowds. Really, like, close to when they do Enchantment, it's going to be your best time to get in line for stuff because most of those people are going to be crowded out to watch the fireworks, so you're going to have less wait times.
Yes.
But,
I mean, we walked on Buzz and Space Mountain during Enchantment the other night.
Yeah, and it's just, I just find it crazy, and I really, really hope that this is not something that we're going to see next year. Hopefully we will see Mickey's Very Merry, Mickey's Not So Scary come back.
Which we've talked about
as parties.
Is a not having enough cast members thing.
And
that's why we think possibly they didn't bring back the parties.
Certainly could be the case.
Like the full regular parties.
Disney is still very, very understaffed at the moment. And, you know, I mean, this is a great way for them to make some extra money with less cast members and whatnot. But, I mean, I don't know. If anybody out there is watching and listening, or let's say if you're listening to this later on in your car, and if you think after hours for these holiday events is worth it, I would be really, really interested to hear your thought and reasoning. After hours, a general after hours event, right, where it's just the attractions, there's no holidays, nothing like that overlays, it's just the attractions, the included drinks, and the included snacks, absolutely worth it when it's $129 a person.
Yes, agreed.
If you've got one day, and if you've got one day to be at Magic Kingdom, do $129 and don't spend, you know, $100 or something, whatever it is you get into Magic Kingdom. Mm-hmm. Spend that money on an after hours when it's just after hours. But for these holiday ones, I would recommend anybody to purchase a regular park day ticket, spend the extra money, get Disney Genie Plus, buy Seven Dwarfs for the extra cost, spend the extra money on Space Mountain for the extra cost, and do it that way. Yes, you'll be competing with some other people in the crowds, but I think overall, you're just kind of a better time in general. Yeah. You don't feel like you're having to rush. I felt like we were like just, when we did Boo Bash, even though we didn't ride any attractions, I felt like we were still kind of like hustling to get around. I mean, we circled the park once, and it was the end of the night.
Yes, one time.
Once.
Or when we've done Mickey's Not So Scary, we hustle around that park like 2 or 3 times.
We can do a couple times.
Plus with watching the fireworks
plus
and
character
the shows
meet and greets.
and character meet and greets, yeah.
So, you know. Pam says no need for a lightning lane. I'm not sure what she means.
Yes, because somebody asked if lightning lane is available during the events.
Oh, gotcha.
And no, it is not. Lightning lane ends when regular park hours ends.
Right.
So if it was a regular Christmas party, like even Fast Pass, when Fast Pass was still here, Fast Pass ended when park hours ended. There was no Fast Pass available during any of the events, whether it was a Christmas party, Halloween party, after hours, any of it.
And Michael said, you know, at least there's a parade and fireworks. So let's stop here and take a second, right? Let's talk about this. At least there's fireworks and a parade. You just paid, because I want to say for the sake of the argument, because I like it to be more dramatic. Let's just say you paid $250 to go to after hours.
You're going on December 21st.
You just paid $250, and you just lost almost an hour of your time.
To watch the fireworks and to watch the parade.
Because if you want, and here's
seat.
the other thing, if you want a good spot for the parade, you got to get there and stake your spot out at least 30 minutes beforehand.
Yeah.
Because all of Main Street will fill up with people. And I guarantee this is going to happen even at after hours. All of Main Street will fill up with people. The hub is going to fill up with people. And if you want those nice picturesque views of the parade coming down Main Street or making that turn around the hub with Cinderella Castle in the background, you got to stake that spot out. So now, let's add in, you've just wasted an hour and 15 minutes waiting for that and the fireworks.
Well, the other thing is, if you're watching the parade up on Main Street, it may say it starts at 10 o'clock.
There you go.
You still got to wait at least 15, 20 minutes for it to come back out at the castle.
Exactly. So now you're waiting maybe almost an hour and a half. I mean, you can try to be one of those people who like sneaks in and grabs a spot the last second, but
we're those people that aren't going to let you in.
But like, and I don't like mean to sound rude, but it's like I got here for a reason.
I sat here and waited.
You know, so, but I mean, that's the thing. You're paying. You go like around Christmas time, you're paying $250. You've now just lost your hour and a half. So now you've only got two and a half hours, right? To go ride something. If you want to ride something, go get treats. If you're gonna, spend money on treats, you got to still go wait in line to go get that. I mean, it's crazy.
Agreed.
I know I'm like preaching to the choir here for a lot of people, but like, I mean, it's just. It's amazing. It's amazing. So hopefully, and I didn't mean for like this episode to be like a total rant on
negative Nancy over here.
I know, but I mean, I just listen. I love Disney. I have a passion for Disney. That's partially why we moved here, because we love Disney so much. We hold it so near and dear to our hearts.
It's just
sorry.
It's just like it kind of sucks because
it's unfortunate.
We're so used to paying $69, $75, $80 to go to a 6-hour or more event, and now we're getting less time, but there's way more stuff going on in that short amount of time. And
Pam just made a good point, potentially, that if you don't have a park pass for Magic Kingdom, maybe it would be worth it. So, and here's the thing about this is where park pass is turning into a money grab as well. This is where it's turning into a money grab. Because... Why? Because here's the thing. Magic Kingdom will sell out of park passes. We might be it might be open for annual pass holders or, like we don't have a blackout, right? So this is a perfect example. Disneyland is a perfect example of what's going on right now, too. It's turning into a money grab. Park passes aren't available, right? So now you don't have an option. We don't have an option. If we wanted to go into Magic Kingdom, we would have to purchase an after-hours ticket. So it's not even that like it's like a sold-out busy day. It's just that they're restricting park passes. So if you can't get one...
But I literally just got Hollywood Studios for tomorrow. And all 4 parks are...
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like as we get closer to like the holidays and stuff like that. That's what I mean. Where like even Disneyland now, we were talking about this yesterday where people who bought top tier, they are no longer selling top tier annual passes at Disneyland. They sold out of them. Never been kind of done before. And now those same annual pass holders cannot go the entire month of December because there are no park passes. I mean, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. So I mean, like, and again, and like I said, if you've got one day in Magic Kingdom, you're on a work vacation or maybe it's your vacation with your family. It's the one time that you're going to get to go in 2-3 years. You didn't know about park passes. Whatever, and after hours are still available, that's just a judgment call you got to make. Yeah. That's a judgment call you have to make. I mean,
here's the other thing.
Hold on.
Oh boy.
4 people for after hours. Family of 4, $250, $1,000 for 4 exclusive hours in the park. I guess that's a lot. That's a lot. So,
it's kind of if you really want to go. And you've got a family, and you've got to try and budget for it. Because it has not sold out. Like, Boo Bash sold out fast.
No, I thought you said some of the nights did sell out.
3 nights have sold out out of all of those nights.
Okay.
When Boo Bash was announced, opening night was sold out that
day.
That's
true. Is the opening night still available?
Opening night's not sold out.
Really? Okay.
It's more expensive than Boo Bash was, though.
Right.
So, basically, think about it like your lightning lane now. It's just something for right now. You're going to have to, if you want to go, you've got to add it into your budget. and either not do 3 sit-down meals a day, maybe do 1 a day, maybe not sit down for meals your whole entire trip. Like, you got to fit it into your budget if you really want to go.
Yeah.
So, there's no discounts unless you're DVC or annual pass holder, and it's only $10. So.
Yeah. So, and here's a great question. I'm sorry.
Man, I'm so excited for the holidays, and now here I'm like all sad.
Oh no! I'm excited for the holidays. After hours is what it is. It is what it is. It's a fee that we're gonna have to pay regardless. It's not gonna make or break my holiday season. But, and I apologize, I can't really read your name. Exenhelio says a Disney cruise is becoming more and more appealing. I know it's more expensive, but all the fussing over the app makes the park seem way less of a vacation.
I see that.
And they also asked, are you guys considering trying a Disney cruise? So we've done a Disney cruise before. You can go back and just search WDW couple. Just search WDW couple and like Disney cruise. I think we've got a playlist.
We've been on the Fantasy 3 times, and we've done the Magic once.
And so we talked about this at the beginning of the podcast. We put a poll out to our patrons on Patreon, running a poll of the next Disney cruise that we should do. So we are planning to try and maybe do one in the next month or two. And, obviously they're going to get some exclusive, video stuff like that because they're our patrons. But you guys will get to see that once that comes out. A Disney cruise is 100% worth the price. Yes, it's more expensive in a way than some Disney vacations, but all of your food's included unless you go to Palo or Remy, which is an additional fee, and it's not that much. But when you think about all of the activities that are included on a Disney cruise, 100% worth it. And Pam can correct me if I'm wrong on this. I don't know if they are doing them. I think they are. They might be doing holidays on the cruises.
Yes.
Yes, right?
Honey, where have you been?
Yeah, right. So you can also get
Very Merry Time and
Very Merry Time.
Halloween on the High Seas is over now.
But you can do the holidays,
Very Merry
right?
Time.
Yeah, so you can do the holidays, so you can get a little bit of that.
We've never done that. We were supposed to do one a couple years ago, but we switched our dates. So
yeah, so we're gonna hopefully maybe try and hit one of those, which would be really cool.
That would be really cool.
And we'll see, but totally worth it. And Keith said lately the money that you're spending goes way further at Universal than it does at Disney.
It just depends.
I think it depends. I do kind of agree when we go back to talking about Disney Genie Plus and Lightning Lane and all this craziness.
If you stay at one of the premier resorts,
exactly.
Your Express Pass is included
right.
with your stay.
And I would very much rather pay a little bit more for a Universal Express Pass that gives me the access to go into the attraction at any point in time.
Yes. That is the nice thing about that, too. So you can literally use your Express Pass whenever you want. You don't have a time slot that you have to go back.
So, we'll see.
Express is actually way more expensive than Lightning Lane if you consider it overall. If you're not staying at one of the premier resorts that it's included, you have to pay Express Pass per person per day, and it's like $200 or $300 per person per day. And that's just to use it one time per attraction. You can get an unlimited one, but it's way more expensive. And it's way more expensive if you buy it on day of versus if you buy it in advance. So if you use a travel agent like Gold Gal Getaways, we can help you plan your trip and help you either get into one of those premier resorts where your Express Pass is included, or we can help you book your Express Pass in advance if you don't want to stay at a premier resort and you want to stay at one of the cheaper resorts.
Yeah, of course, always, a little
always
plug.
Use Gold Gal Getaways.
A little plug for Gold Gal Getaways. If you're having trouble planning your vacation, and I mean this in all seriousness, Park Pass is a lot to think about. Even if you're going over to Universal, you're thinking about Disney Cruise Line, hit us up over at www.goldgalgetaways.com. Full service travel planning agency. We are an earmarked agency, which means we know Disney to the T. And we can help you with that. It doesn't cost you anything extra.
And we book vacations everywhere. People people don't understand that we don't just book Disney. We book Disney. We book Universal. We book Disney cruises. We book Royal Caribbean cruises. We book literally any cruise line you want to go on. We book any theme park you want to go to. Disneyland, wherever. We literally can book you wherever you want to go. You want to go to a cabin in the middle of nowhere in the woods? We can book that for you. So And another thing is, I literally just got a message the other day that said, how much do you charge for me to book my vacation with you? We do not charge anything.
Right.
And people are like, oh, well, you have hidden fees, blah, blah, blah. No, we literally don't have hidden fees. Like,
no hidden fees.
You pay for your vacation. We just book it all and make sure that everything is seamless.
Right.
So that you have everything that you need.
Yep. So we get commission. That's all.
Yes.
So
that is how our travel agency works.
Disney gets a little less on their end, and they give the less that they give to us. So.
But that's because we're doing the work and not them.
Yep. So. Speaking of Universal, Michael says, Josh and Taylor, you should check out the VIP experience at Universal announced where you get parade viewing, the Grinch meet and greet, Grinchmas seating, and Hogwarts light show for $50. I would have to check that on.
However, yes, they've done that before. It's not just for you though. You're with a group of other people.
Oh, right. Okay.
They've done that before because I saw somebody did that in the past. We don't need parade seating, though. If you are a Universal annual pass holder, you already have preferred parade seating.
Oh, that's true. Right. That's right.
We did it last year.
We found that out.
Or
not last year. 2 years ago. Yeah. I know we're talking Disney, but any tips on Universal during the holidays as a must-do? I think it's definitely worth seeing the holiday parade.
Oh, the parade is so good.
But here's the thing. Hold on. I know that this is a thing like where Universal and Disney really start to separate, because Universal does a really good job of separating their events to make you pay for a park-to-park ticket. Or you just buy a single-day ticket for one park and then you go to the other park the next day. So the holiday parade is at Universal Studios, but you have to go to Islands of Adventure to see the Grinch. The Grinch is like iconic. See the Grinchmas show, and do those types of things. But that's in Islands, so you need either a park-to-park ticket or you need you have to do it 2 different days. So
if you only have one day, though, and you don't want to get a park-to-park ticket, I would recommend going to Universal and do the parade.
Yeah.
And go to Diagon Alley.
Right.
Because the Christmas decorations in Diagon Alley are super cute if you're a Harry Potter fan. Each store has their own decorations themed to the store, and it's so cute. Like, I loved that.
Yeah.
And they do a little Christmas show in there too. There's Christmas shows all throughout the park and stuff. Mm-hmm. So
there's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's cute.
They got treats and different things like that. We really haven't even done that much from Universal.
Last year they had the Christmas store. It was like
what's this? The tribute store.
The tribute store.
Yeah.
They had a Christmas tribute store. And it was so cute.
And you know what I really enjoyed about last year? So this was one thing I actually loved about COVID was you went into Universal and instead
you never thought you'd ever hear somebody say those words.
But the thing was that they weren't doing the parade, so they gave you the opportunity to walk through one of the sound stages where they put all the floats in there. And you could get up pretty close to the floats, and it was awesome. It was such a cool experience.
I did really enjoy
it. May
that.
never happen again, which I'm really glad that I can say that we were able to do that. But, anybody else have questions out there? We've been kind of rambling. We've been kind of jumping around a little bit. I know that we kind of ended on a sour note with the holidays after-hours event for Disney, but
just know we are super excited that the holiday season is here at Walt Disney World.
Yes.
We are excited to go around and check out the resorts once their decorations are fully up, once all the trees are up, once the gingerbread displays are up, and we're excited to go try the treats around the resorts. We have done, last year, we did a holiday-themed bar crawl with Nate and Jackie, and that was really fun. I don't know if we'll have time to do that this year. It would be awesome if we did. But we're definitely going around to try the treats. We're not going to do a drink and crawl. We're probably going to do it in the morning or something. Just because making vlogs in the morning is easier for us.
Right.
We like to be home in the evenings, so we like to do morning videos. So I really don't want to be drinking cocktails at 9 in the morning. So it's going to be a treats video.
So I know, like I said, we ended on a kind of a sour.
I was just trying to bring it back positive, and then you bring up being sour again.
I'm super excited. I love the holidays times here. It's great. It's fantastic. Again, you get the nice joyous feel, and get to experience everything. So, But yeah, so if you guys got any questions, feel free to reach out, let us know. Podcast ideas, feel free to reach out and let us know. You can send us an email at the WDWcouple1 at gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram. You can join our Facebook group. Obviously, hopefully you're subscribed to the channel, but feel free to leave comments on the videos of what you'd be interested in. So I like that. I feel like we can do a little bit more real talk here on the podcast. Not that like we don't do that in the videos, but like
we just have more time.
I can sit back and just kind of unwind on the stuff rather than walking around in the park. And
you can find all of our links. I just dropped it in the chat here. It's in the description, or you can go to the wdwcouple.com/links. And literally all of the links that we are associated with for Gold Go Getaways, for our photo and video business, for our Patreon, for our YouTube channel, for our Instagram, our Facebook, literally every single link is there. So I put it all in one place so it was easier than like, oh, you can go here. Oh, you can go here. Oh, you can go here. No, they're all in one spot. Easier to find them all.
Perfect.
So we're going to have a new dining review coming out on Monday. I just booked a dining reservation for tomorrow.
Oh, perfect.
Josh probably has no idea what I'm talking about.
I have no idea.
But I've been wanting to do this for literally years. And I finally, it just popped in my head. I was like, I'm booking it. I don't care what Josh says. So we're going tomorrow.
Oh boy. Yeah. I guess that's it.
Yeah, it is.
So, Keith, great. We will do that. Bar crawl at Universal. That'd be awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've been listening in the car or on the treadmill or wherever you're at, we really appreciate that too.
Stay tuned. Speaking of running on the treadmill, Josh will be running this weekend. I can't believe we didn't even talk about that.
We did.
You briefly mentioned it this morning.
At the beginning.
This
is my 25th anniversary Run Disney cap that I got complimentary. I know it's a little hard to see because it's a little like blown out.
Yeah, you're good.
But
if you don't know, it's Wine and Dine this weekend.
Yes, so we'll be over at the expo tomorrow. We'll do a little video over there, just kind of giving you guys an update, especially since this is the first in-person Run Disney event since COVID. So things have changed a little bit, and we'll kind of give you guys the first-hand look at that. And that video should go up tomorrow. Oh, geez, maybe not, because now Taylor's making me go to Hollywood Studios. But it should be up.
Our dinner is at 3:40.
Oh boy.
So we'll have time. I can make it earlier. Do you want to go earlier? Like lunch?
I mean, I guess I could take my computer with me and sit somewhere and edit that way. Take my laptop.
We can go to lunch instead.
Maybe could you get it for 1 o'clock?
Let me see.
So, but yeah, so we'll have that. And then on Saturday, I'll be running the 10K. I will not be live streaming the 10K. If you're interested in knowing that, it's going to be, I might be able to make it work because we're starting in Magic Kingdom and we're coming down to Epcot. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record it on my phone and I will upload that video for you guys to watch. I think it'll be a little bit better quality for you. And then if you want to run, the next day or
3:15.
Huh?
There's a 3:15.
I mean, that's better, I guess.
Okay.
I'll still take my computer and I might just edit somewhere. But so we'll have that. That'll get posted on Saturday. It's just kind of like a straight shot video, as much as my phone will record, I guess. I don't know how I might, whatever, but it'll go up. And then on Sunday morning, it's going to be a very, very early live stream, probably around 6:30 or so. We'll be doing the half marathon. We'll also be starting at Magic Kingdom, and we're going to get to go through Animal Kingdom. We're going to go through Hollywood Studios, and we're going to end up in Epcot.
Is Donald running with you one of those days?
Donald will be running with me potentially both days. Definitely on the half marathon.
He's doing the challenge.
Yes.
I
made him sign up for the challenge.
I made him sign up for the challenge.
We will definitely be doing the half marathon together. So I'll be live streaming that so you guys can enjoy that and hang out with us. Again, I will have our super chat turned off, and I would really, really encourage you all to donate.
I'll be sharing the link the whole time.
To Dragon Master Foundation. Everything that I do for Run Disney or through Run Disney is for the Dragon Master Foundation to support kids who have DIPG, which is an extremely rare and aggressive form of brain cancer. So I think there might be still a link in the description of this video, but please, if you feel so inclined to donate to that.
Josh has been running with them for like 2 years now, so we know Amanda. That's like she founded the Dragon Master Foundation, so we personally know her now. I feel like Josh is talking to her literally all the time. Yeah. So.
But so I think that's everything.
Speaking of, she messaged me.
We got off on sidetrack there. So, but so thank you everybody for watching.